Have you ever wondered if you could sell your digital offer without social media? Listen, last week I enrolled 70 students in a brand new year long Pilates program from a tiny mailing list of 370 people. Yes, 70 people. That was mad. And in this episode, I'm pulling back the curtain and going to walk you through exactly how we did it with my assistant and what worked and what didn't work. This experience really reaffirmed and affirmed something I've believed in a long time. But maybe I didn't always practice that when your work is rooted in value, when you speak clearly and specifically to the people you've designed the offer for, that is enough. You don't need to burn out. If you got an offer that is not selling well, or you have one coming up and you just want to know, or perhaps you're just curious, stay tuned because this episode is for Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. Isa-Welly here. Happy to have you here. If this is your first time, I'm a business mentor for well-being practitioners who want to build digital offers, grow sustainable income, and design a business and a life that gives them plenty of freedom. Prior to this, I was in the health and well-being industry as a Pilates teacher, as a nutritional therapist, health and well-being coaches, and I sold loads and loads and loads and created loads of programs, live programs in nutrition and Pilates. I still offer programs in Pilates, no more in nutrition, and I've done it all. I've done so many launches, the messy way, the good way, burnout, all of it. And today's episode is specifically about my most recent launch, which was last week of September. And we didn't plan months in advance for it. It was the most chilled launch I've ever done. It was so chilled. So when I saw the results, I was like, wow, this is incredible. I can do things this way and just relax and really trust the process. This is incredible. So okay, let's talk through it. The offer, what was the offer? So first of all, I have a library of Pilates courses and programs that I have built over the past 6 years or more. Many of them I've sold many times. And as I evolved into business mentoring the past 8 months, there was always the back of my mind of how do I leverage what I already have? Do I leverage it or do I let it go? Do I still want to continue to offer this or not? And I thought to myself, okay, why waste something I've created? These are my business assets. I've put so much work into it the past few years. I still have a strong community of people, at least of students in my mailing list, even if I haven't emailed them for like a couple of years. I still have those emails. I know that some of them still move with me daily. What could serve them? And who want to share that with? So we gathered my courses together and I know I wanted to offer something on a long term. I didn't want to do a 6-week thing. So we brainstormed, I sat with it. I thought about what model would work best for me where I am right now and how long, how much resources do I have to then support that new community. So the final idea for me was to do a Pilates school rather than a membership at a set price. And that's what we did. And what I did, I think that worked really, really well. And I've understood this from the days I started offering programs online it was a journey. I built a journey. I didn't just package classes together because at the end of the day, people could actually do that online, even with me, because I have free classes online, right? I have over 100 free classes on YouTube. But what I did was I built a journey with top level programs I've created years ago that really delivered great results. I have the testimonials. So all of these were on the sales page. So I created a journey from the month they started, which was the 1st of October, to when they'll finish next year. There is a progression. It's exciting. They get something new every month. And, there's excitement. I built accountability into that. So I make sure, number one, that the offer was really, really good. Like really like sexy. Like okay, I can't have that online for free. I definitely cannot have that. It is worth every penny. So once I had that, we put the offer together and we talked through the logistics. And the strategy we used was we made sure we didn't email everybody. I didn't want to do a big launch. I wanted to try the offer. I wanted to get at least 20 people in through the doors so we can get testimonials in a few months. And then later on, end of the year or beginning of next year, we do a bigger launch and we go all in with social media and all the things. So when I built the offer, when I designed it, I had someone very specific in mind and I wrote for that person. And this is something I'm going to talk you through my masterclass. Stay tuned till the end because I'm going to share the details of that masterclass with you. I'm also in that masterclass, we'll be sharing some of the template emails with you. So this will be really, really helpful if writing is not your forte, you don't know where to start, please come to that masterclass because you'll have those templates as well. The main strategy, the main thing we did was to make sure we were speaking to a very, very small pool of people. And eventually we ended up having only out of the thousands of people that I have served in the past, we only had 370 or 360 people on the mailing list, on the wait list. And these were the only people we market the offer to. These were the only people who saw the offer, and we sold up till 66. And then from there, it was the last day I thought, okay, maybe can I dream and try to push this to 100? Who knows? And what I did is I put the offer in my community post and I saw a lot of people saw it, but nobody bought from that. Again, that was very affirming of something that I know, but I just wanted to play with it and see. Because I already had beyond the numbers that I wanted. I was like, okay, well, actually, I wanted 20 people through the door, see how this is going to work. We ended up welcoming at that point until then 66 people. Hey, all good, fine. Now let's play. Let's see how, if I just put it randomly like that on YouTube, I have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Who's going to see it and is anybody going to join? I knew nobody would because the internet doesn't work like that. Social media doesn't work like it. Doesn't matter how long people have been doing your classes and things like that. If you haven't nurtured them for a while, they're very unlikely to buy from just one post. So again, affirming, build a mailing list, nurture the people, make sure they are in your world, right? So nobody bought. I left the post for 4 hours and I then removed it. And then I sent a few invitations to people that have been tagging me quite often on Instagram with, I love your classes. I'm doing this at the moment. We love it. And from that, three or four more people joined. In total, we had 70 people, which was incredible because out of 370 people, it's a huge conversion rate for something that is a year-long program that usually people don't really commit to year-long program, but I think it's all about messaging again. And I know what really made the difference here, having done over 12 launches in the past 6 years, big ones, smaller ones, big challenges where I had 4,000 people. This is my best conversion rate. I have welcomed more students into my program, a lot more, but this is my best conversion rates based on how many people I was selling to and how many people joined. So I was really, really chuffed about that. And it was, again, we were just really focused on the value, the clarity, and the vibes. That's what it was about. And what made the difference ultimately is the specificity of the messaging. Because from the day one that I decided, okay, we're doing this offer, I spent hours. That's the only thing I spent hours on, being crystal bloody clear on who I was selling to this thing to and what that person had going on in their lives. And again, if you come to the masterclass, I will be sharing this with you and how I plug that into the sales page to make sure the person saw it straight away and recognize themselves. And we're like, whoa. The first 4 hours, we sold 25. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. And again, this wasn't like, come and buy. It was that first email. So I know the sales page and the messaging did the whole work for me, the heavy lifting for me here, right? So really being specific, spending those hours being specific on my messaging, who I was speaking to, really made the difference. And the emails were really good. I'm not going to lie to you. I spent hours also on those. This is where I focused my effort on the messaging, on the writing, nothing else. Of course, I have a team. I have a VA who did maybe 6, 7 hours of work putting everything together in the school, like online and doing all these things. But I spent time on what mattered, understanding who I was selling to and how I was going to make the transformation come across in the copy. So if you have an offer right now that is not selling well, have an idea of an offer you want to sell, but you're thinking, how am I going to make this work? I don't have a big social media. Perhaps you already have a mailing list. Are you done yet? Please come to this masterclass because I'm going to be breaking this whole thing down to you. Not in this happened and that happened. We're going straight to the strategy we use. I'm going to show you the sales page. I'm going to show you the numbers, the conversion rate. I'm going to show you the emails we send, how I build them, who was my person, how I spoke to the person in detail so that the person recognized themselves and was like, oh my God, and we are like not even a week in. They started October 1st and I already got a couple of messages saying, oh my God, this is the best program. I hope it's going to last for years. I'm like, oh, hell yes, babes. I'm like, yeah, of course. So come and join. I'll also talk you through how you can build a wait list in the best possible way. And this is the biggest thing I've learned this time in this launch, because I've done wait lists before, but I clearly didn't do them properly because I was doing more of the hype. Yeah, something is coming. Here I was like, join this list if this is what you want in your life next. I didn't say something is coming, it's gonna like blah 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 blah, it's for everybody. I was like, no. If you're not this person, don't bother. So those people didn't bother. Right? Come, you'll get also access to the templates, to the flow we've used, how many emails we send over the 7 days, what was the flow, Monday, Tuesday, blah blah blah. So if you've never launched before and you're like, all of this is like freaking hard mathematics, I don't even know what she's talking about, please come because I'll be breaking it down. It's going to be a nice and fun hangout for all of us and it will be nice to see you there. So link is in the show notes. Click, and I will see you there. And of course, if you like this episode, please a thumbs up, share with your friends, and I'll see you very soon.